Alright, so guys, here we are, hole 7 here. And this is very similar to the way that I like to play this hole. You can see that I wasn't sure what the wind was going to be, but on winds like this, you'll see that I typically like to play it like this too. So I wasn't prepared for this, but I am going to make the mods here. And one of the things that you'll want is typically at least the power 1 or power 2 minimum. So something along the lines of a Bandera, turkey ball, a little bit of curl. This looks pretty good. Only thing, they're a little short. You typically want to get just a little bit more rollout than that, if you can. So we're going to have to set up our bag here. I wasn't sure that they were going to give us this wind, so what I like to do is a little bit more controlled approach with backspin. So you'll see that I kind of position just a little bit more on the north end here. With backspin, this is about 3 bars. So it's a little bit, and what this allows me to do is just be a little bit more careful. You can see that I'm up close to the max line now. What this will do, especially if I keep off the power, is it'll let me get up there with more control. So with the backspin, I can kind of control that it doesn't roll out into that rough there. So you can see I'm a little bit more aggressive with my approach and where I wind up here. However, you can see they're still in range, so no harm done here. One of the things that you'll want to do is you'll definitely want to find, and this is no good place really for an overcorrection technique because the fairway is very bumpy. So what I'll try to do is master that ball guide offset. So you can see that's kind of what my opponent's trying to do here. But you really want to get that one spot that you really like, and you can see that he's maybe about half a grid and just a little bit extra power through the ball too. I would imagine in terms of a ring adjustment here, maybe about 7-ish rings. That looks like he went max. That looks like he might have went 7.4 or something along the lines of that. I would have probably went just a hair less. It would have been nice to see how it worked out, just to see how his wind effect was. But, you know, he did catch the great ball there. But you can see the first thing that you'll notice is it comes up short. So you will want to make sure that you keep as much as possible. There's the min line, there's the max line. And what I've typically done in the past here is, you know, very similar method. Try to find some place where it looks relatively consistent, even if you land a little bit short or long. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And then, you know, I'm just trying to judge the effects. So I'm thinking something along the lines of this. You can see I am down close to the min line. Biggest thing from this is going to be pull angle. So you'll want to make sure that you're pretty fairly consistent with your method. I'm going to go just a hair under. So maybe 6.7, 6.8 rings. So we called a great ball as well. Now, sometimes on these hilly fairways, you can still get this to run out towards the hole. But not lucky this time. You can see it did shoot out to the right. I really needed to catch that perfect ball. But, you know, with a lot of honed in practice there and getting your drive to consistent spots, once you see a couple perfect balls go and you start to get a reference, it's going to make that a very holeable shot when you lay up like that. So I really, that's the way that I always play it into headwinds. I don't try to force the ball up there and try to get it super far. I really like that honed in approach. If I can, you know, catch my perfect balls come weekend, I feel like I'm at least, you know, 50, 70% able to make that with a perfect ball once I really hone in on that adjustment. So it is a very good way to do it. Just make sure that you're finding that nice spot on the fairway where the hills seem to be very flat. And as I mentioned, if it lands short or long, where it kind of takes the same trajectory either way. So that's where I was kind of testing that land zone. So keep all that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on 8.